We've been talking for a while. Anything you think is left unsaid, or I don't know, any last little tidbits of advice you give to people that have maybe said this and are now rethinking whether they should focus on sales?
I think my final remark would be that I've seen and heard this many, many times where it's a curse of success. If a company or a founder does have a lot of success with kind of that pure sales approach, they've kind of done quote unquote no marketing, even though it's impossible to actually do zero marketing. But even if they do have success and they end up getting past, a major revenue milestone, they're doing $500,000 in sales a year or $5 million in sales a year. And then they're like, okay, I think it's time for us to start looking at this marketing thing. It's not that it's too late, but it's always like, man, now you have to play some serious catch up. Like, hey, your domain authority is like really, really low. And like your website sucks. Like we got to redo this thing. That's going to take a while. You have zero newsletter subscribers. What are we supposed to do with that? I pretty much always see it that people who end up being successful with building a sales engine then realize and get scared about how reliant they are on that sales engine, that they want to start to diversify in marketing. And it's not as simple as just turning it on or hiring people the same way that it is with sales. So you have to start it earlier than you think, even just making small investments. It might not seem like you're doing much, but everyone who I know who's been successful with sales ends up wishing that they did marketing earlier, specifically things core around to product marketing and inbound marketing like SEO and building a newsletter subscription list and kind of this more like brand recognition within the market. Mm. They're always trying to play catch up on those ends of things. Like, oh man, I wish we did this 2 years ago or 3 years ago. I wish we started doing little things from the beginning. Just, sometimes they don't even set up a company social media profile or like a profile on a startup directory, or they don't do anything. And then they're like, oh, what could we have been getting this whole time through inbound leads if we had just done the basics?
Kind of reminds me of if you should not choose between hunting and farming. You should be doing both, because at some point those will have seasons where they aren't great. The ground will go barren for a season, and that's when you're relying on all of your hunting efforts. And at some point, the herds are just going to completely evade you. You're going to miss your shots, and that's when you're thankful that you have that sack of potatoes in your cold cellar.
Yeah. Very true.
Love it.